Hello and welcome, this is Cutting Along the Lines and we will be discussing co-op. I will break down this discussion into two parts, a general breakdown of the elements of co-op and a straight up example of co-op and how the elements fit into place. The very first thing required for co-op is a common goal. This can be the completion of a dungeon, killing a boss, helping a friend max a character and pretty much anything that you wish to do together. The second thing you need is contribution and involvement. Contribution can be anything from extra DPS, healing, buffing, crowd control, basically anything that helps the group out. If you don't do anything, you are only leeching, not playing co-op. Involvement is slightly different from contribution. If you only have a common goal and just add simple contribution, you are engaged in what is called forced co-op. Simply put, you don't give a rat's ass about the person next to you. But if you add involvement, you automatically interact in such a way that you help the other person out. When you are involved, you use your class role to help the other members of the group. You heal them because they need a heal, not because you personally are low on health. You make sure they are buffed, you kill surrounding enemies to clear the area for them and so on. The next two steps are based on your work to the group. First being your personal mastery of a class you are playing. Being skilled at a specific class and using it for its intended purpose adds a lot to a team. There is a major difference between, let's say, a healer that knows how to manage his mana and knows when people need a heal versus a healer that never has enough mana and always heals too late or too early. Same goes for classes such as archer or hunters. There is a major difference between an archer that can properly crowd control and can aim his quiver versus one that just shoots away at the boss and can't hit the broadside of a barn. But you might ask now, what does my skill have to do with co-op? Why does it matter? Well, it matters a lot, because people always say, this is a co-op game, we should help each other, not screw each other over. But they never once think about what they are adding to the team, or even worse, what they are subtracting from a team. And yes, you can be so bad at a class that you actually make things worse for the others rather than helping them. And this goes further than dungeons such as Tomb, where it has sort of a fair state. The simple fact that you stay at the wrong distance from a boss, or the fact that you inflicted a certain status effect can cause the group big problems. So before you go out and start raging at every single person you see because they don't want you in their group, you should probably first fix your shortcomings and learn how to both play your class and know how to play in a team. And the last element of co-op, the one that makes a team amazing, is group awareness. The most important thing while playing in a team is to know the other members' playstyle and know how to play with them. This is one of the reasons I am of the firm belief that you can only say you are playing co-op once you know the people you are with. Just take 3 random pros you know that never played together and throw them in a team, and take 3 friends of a mid-grade level that always play together, and the difference is stunning. 3 friends will outperform the 3 pros. Obviously the higher level players will suck, but they will be significantly worse with you compared to how well they perform with their guilds. This is because everyone has a unique playstyle. They have different patterns when using their abilities, they move differently, they stay in different areas of the screen, they are more or less aggressive, they crowd control less, and so on. There are so many factors that pull you out of your game. I would want to tie this last element indirectly to my example. So when the battle for the Nexus was introduced, I started doing them like mad with random people. They were all topped out, maxed, and some were even known faces. But the dungeons went kinda slowish, and a lot of times most of the people with Nexus before Oryx was dead. It didn't bother me much because I enjoyed the easy Oryx kills, but at the same time it took too long to do them. So later on I started doing them to this group of only 3 people, me, a warrior, and a wizard. Surprisingly, the dungeon went significantly faster. Actually, the dungeon would be over on average 3 times as fast. But why? Both people I was playing with were in my guild. We usually played together, so we automatically knew how to play in a unit. So here is our basic run. Warrior would start out by killing a few minions and drawing fire on himself. I would go heavy on crowd control, almost ignoring Oryx. The wizard would kill off whatever I didn't take down. Then I would paralyze Oryx, because this particular warrior prefers para over daze. Then I start doing damage to the main boss, clearing any ads that might spawn. The warrior would go in tight circles around Oryx, buffing whenever he got in the same semicircle with me and the wizard, and of course the wizard just blasted away. But this is just a bare bone description of how things went down. As an example, the warrior would always know when my mana was depleted without me having to tip him off, and he would automatically retreat, but at the same time he would continue to drop fire from the opposite side, so we could have it easy. These are only a few details. There were many more, and each and every one added to the speed of the run, the safety of the group, and the successful completion of the dungeon. I know my tutorials aren't really straightforward, and I don't tell you exactly what you have to do step by step, basically holding your hands, but I do think that being aware of how things work, or preferably should work, can better the community and produce more focused players who at least have a direction in the game. I really think that this sort of tutorials help players more than me showing people how to do a certain dungeon or event. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer living in a realm of heroes and not in a realm of mildly scared jackasses. And if you agree or disagree with me, please give a comment, and if you enjoy my videos you can rate and subscribe for more.